Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're having a good week. Okay, you guys. So today's video is gonna be about an amazing herb that is it's incredible. Okay, and again, it's one of these herbs that I think to myself, I can't believe I haven't done a video about this herb before. This plant, it's a tree. And it's a very powerful tree, as you would probably gathered from the title, the birch tree, or in Arabic, its name is Al-Batoulah, or the virgin, like the Virgin Mother, or Little Mary. It would translate literally into literal Virgin Mary, peace and blessings be upon her. It is a very powerful tree. It grows mostly in cold climates, but it also has been seen in warm countries in the winter and in times when the temperature has gone down low. And it has a lot of uses globally all around the world. People have recognized the power of this tree and have become attached to it. And because of my background and my varied background, I know a lot of information about it that is from different cultures. It has many uses. There are a lot of physical uses to it. It's an extremely good antiseptic and anti-inflammatory. The birch tree, it is very good for blood circulation, for the circulation on the skin and on the scalp. It cures scalp infections like dandruff and things like that. It's extremely good at relaxing the muscles and removing aches and pains from the body because it has a structure that is very similar to aspirin, the medicine aspirin. But spiritually, there has been used throughout the ages mainly for protection and to exorcise evil and also to purify places, people, and things. Okay? It is said that if it is planted close to the home, it protects against lightning, or if it's growing inside someone's home or residence, it protects against lightning. And it protects against the evil eye. It's very well known to protect against the evil eye, and it does grow in some parts on the highlands in Morocco, in the colder areas or regions of the country. And it is used there specifically for the evil eye in combination with other things. I'm going to give you guys a recipe at the end of the video for the evil eye with the birch tree. It also protects very powerfully against infertility, and if people have it in their home, like a couple who are married, they will definitely have children. Okay, so it's a very good idea to plant one, especially if you're here in the UK, or to buy a home where there's a birch tree, a really big birch tree growing, if you are planning on having children and starting a family. Now it is known let's start. I will start for you with Europe. So in Europe, it is a very powerful tree connected to the Celts or the Celtic people, they are part of the genetic makeup of French people actually. And I have a connection to them. Funny, last night, I wasn't planning to talk about the birch tree today. I wanted to do a video about something else. But then last night I had a dream about a French woman from my ancestors. And she was sitting next to me, and her son was showing me around this house, or like a property. He was showing me around it. And like he was talking to me about something. We were walking on the road, it just reminded me of my ancestry, and my French ancestors have always been very present in my psychic visions and in my spiritual let's say, on the other side, where when I sleep at night, they protect me very fiercely. Like I've seen them in visions destroying my enemies before. I've seen them doing things like that. Okay, so it's very known to the Celts, the birch tree. And it's funny, when I woke up today, I had this, I remember that I ordered this birch tar. It's a birch tar oil that you can buy from online, and I had ordered it to use it for a client in their work. So it was known to the Celts. Witches used birch to make their brooms, and they used to hang them in their homes for protection. The so-called witches of the olden days, in the pagan religions. Obviously now we believe in God and we pray with God. Everything that I mention on this channel, please put God first and read the Quran on your things and activate them with your holy books. It doesn't have to be the Quran. You can use the Bible, you can use your Torah, you can use any holy text that is holy to you, that you believe in, or you can just mention the name of God. It really does activate these herbs on a molecular level, okay, and it helps you get the best out of them. So, I'm going to start with the Celtic people. It's considered by them as the tree that was the birth of the forest, and it is sacred to one of their old goddesses, or we now consider her an energy of nature, natural energy. Her name is Bridget. She is a woman, and she is very powerful, and she has very high spiritual rank on spirit on the other side. And she is a very powerful, she's very bright, she shines very brightly, and she will fight for you. Bridget is very, very powerful in standing up for people. It is the root of her name. Birch is the root of her name. The same way in the Middle East we call the birch tree Al-Batoulah, or the little Virgin Mary, which is we obviously in the Middle East as Muslims we attribute the tree to the Virgin Mary, peace and blessings be upon her. But in the Celtic religions, which were pagan religions, they did not believe in the same God that we do, or maybe they believed in the same God, but they had different understanding of the energies. They used to attribute it to Bridget. So the birch, they often have spirits attached to them, and in the Celtic religions, or in like Celtic lore and culture, they are called Lishi, or they are the jinn of the forest. The Celts used to believe in the jinn, the same way the Arabs used to believe in the jinn. So the Lishi are the jinn of the forest. They're said to live in the tree. In Arabia, there is also a very funny story about the birch tree, where that's what they used to tell us. I remember when I heard this story, it was told to me by one of our elders, and we laughed so hard, me and my cousins and everyone that was there. It's very funny. So they have horses in the Middle East, as you know, and they love horses, and we love horses. I love horses so much. There's something just with horses. I could be with horses like the whole year and not get bored for even 1 second. So they had this they used to use the birch tree wood to especially in the colder mountainous areas where there are horses. There were a group of jinn that used to come, and they would tie the horses' manes to each other. Some of them are very playful and mischievous, and they're very funny. So they would tie them in knots to each other, and they would wear the horses out. Like they would come in the nighttime and bother these horses until in the morning, whenever the person went to check them in the stables, they would be laying on the floor because they'd be tired. These jinn, they will be playing with them all night until they wear them out, and when they wear them out, they will tie their hair together in knots. So it was a very funny story. But they used to use the birch tree wood to protect the horses from them. Obviously, the horses were victim to these spirits. It wasn't nice what happened to them at all. But it's just the funny thing about it is that these jinns that used to play with the horses seem to be very innocent and childlike. And I believe that there's a similar story about elves in the Celtic culture as well. They say the elves come and do the same thing to the horses. So it is also a very powerful tree that it was used by the Druids or the old people, wise people of the Celtic peoples, who used to heal people, and they were of very high rank, and they were amazing and powerful, and they still do exist in this day and age. And there are people who have extreme spiritual power and knowledge that is very deep, and one would be wise to learn from them. If you meet a druid, it would be wise for you to respect them and to give them their due honor and respect, and to understand that they are wise people who understand nature, who know about the energy of nature and the energy workings of nature. So the birch tree was very important for them. It is considered to be a symbol of beauty in all cultures, and it represents new beginnings and establishing boundaries. It also encourages a person to become a good leader and gives a person leadership skills. It teaches the person leadership skills. Like I've said before on the channel, the plants have their own spirit, like a person has their spirit. The plant worships God. And as we know from the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that everything in creation bows down to God. And in Surah Al-Rahman, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, An-Najmu wa-Shajaru yasjudan. Sadaqallahu al-Azim. So he says the stars and the trees bow down to the Creator. Okay, so Sadaqallahu al-Azim. These are the words of God Himself. So He says that they actually bow, and for something to bow down, it has to have a consciousness of some kind. So the birch tree, and that's why I say when you get these herbs and plants, don't treat them like they're nothing, because they're very loving. They won't harm you or harm anyone if anyone even treats them in any way. But if you show them love and respect and you talk to them like they are sentient creatures, then watch your miracles unfold, because they will open up to you like a person. When you show a person love and respect, they open up to you and they give you their best. So when you treat the trees and the plants with the same way, in the same energy, and not just keep cutting them or destroying them or hurting them, and try your best to look after them, and try your best, don't push yourself too hard and go crazy over it, but you just try your best to respect them, treat them well, they open up to you. The birch tree is one of the royal trees, and it really is very, very respectful. And you will feel its royalty and warmth when you smell this birch tar. If you buy that essential oil, you will smell it and you will understand the depth of what I am saying. Okay, so it's very, very interesting oil and smell, the essential oil, and the wood itself. It just is, it's very relaxing. It's very good for anxiety as well, and for lifting up the mood. So when it calls to you, this tree, it's asking you to cleanse and renew a current situation that's in your life, okay? And it wants you to understand that you can heal and you can recreate anything that you desire, okay? It's telling you to cut of the things that don't serve you anymore. Like, say, for example, there are people who, I don't like to say to people, cut people off or anything, but if someone is hurting you or abusing you, obviously you need to move on from that person. So you have to move on from that person, and that birch tree helps you do that. It also helps a person leave old beliefs and negative beliefs behind, and it's perfect for when you want to reinvent yourself, or when you want to start anything new, like a new beginning. One of its names is the Lady of the Woods as well. My friend was telling me earlier that she said that it's called the Lady of the Woods because it grows, if they burn an area down, it's the first tree that grows, the birch. Okay, so it's called the Lady of the Woods. That's why it signifies new beginnings. Okay, so it's very nice and very good for starting anything new to have the wood or to use the birch tar. It will also protect you when you start anything new, because if you are good and talented and you start something new, I'm feeling so much love from you guys. Thank you guys so much. I feel your energy, you guys. Thank you guys. I love you guys too. There's a power of energy, love. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, what was I saying? Yeah, so it's like for starting anything new, and it gives you that inspiration and energy. When you start something new, there will be energies that are low vibrational in any kind of field. Say, for example, you want to start a YouTube channel, or you want to start a new business in a market, and so on. Some people don't understand that there's enough to go around for everyone. And there's no need for anyone to hurt anyone or to try and bring anyone else down. Okay, and that everyone has a unique mission in life. Some people don't understand that really until they try and mess with someone who's friends with a birch tree. And then they get destroyed and they have to start from anew. The birch tree as well, whether you have the wood or essential oil, it helps you keep the things that were stolen from you. If something was stolen from you, it will literally punish the person that has stolen that thing from you. So some people can try and steal a person's ideas. They can try and steal a person's style. They can try and steal a person's content. They can try and steal a person's glory. Okay, there are, for example, ayahs people read, or biblical verses that people read to acquire other people's glory. And because there are stories about Sayyidina Sulaiman alayhi salam, a woman tried to steal his glory because she saw that she had the gift of the sight, and she saw that he had a big glory over him from God. So she tried to steal that from him. And it is said that the birch tree helped King Solomon, or Sayyidina Sulaiman alayhi salam, keep his destiny. And it punished that woman in the process by removing her gift. And it absorbed that gift into itself. So the birch tree is very good for protecting your things. So if you plant it in your home, it's very good for protecting your possessions. If you use it as an oil on yourself or burn the bark as an incense, it is very good for protecting your energy. Okay? Another thing that the birch trees are known to do is that they are carried, like I said, to protect against the evil eye. Okay? For the evil eye, mix birch tree tar or the bark with the star anise herb, and add to that rue, R-U-E, rue herb. Okay? And the birch tree tar in Arabic is called qatran al-Batul, or qatran al-Batul, al-Katran of Al-Batul, okay, which is the tower of the little virgin tree, yeah. So, or Batoulah, Qatran al-Batoulah, yeah. So you mix that with anise. Okay, you can get the birch tar and mix it with aniseed oil, and then mix it with rue oil, and that will protect you against the evil eye. And then you can add other things to it that are protective, or items or whatever you want. Like, for example, you can add alum powder to it, which is excellent at removing the evil eye and protecting the person from the evil eye and from negative energies. Another thing that this is the recipe now. Another thing that you can do with the birch tree is that you compare it. When you understand the gender of the tree is feminine, as we know, it's called the lady and the virgin. It's very good. Its element is water, so that's the element that it works with the most. The planet that is associated with it and the planet that is connected to it the most is Venus, the planet of beauty and love. Zodiac signs that will respond well to the birch tree are Taurus and Libra. The crystals that you can add to the birch tree that will give it more power, enhance its power, are the emerald crystal and turquoise. Okay, and it is very powerful when you mix it with these things and treat it with respect and activate it with the Quran. Read Ayatul Kursi on it or the last 3 surahs of the Quran if you don't have a knowledge about the Quran. But if you Google online Quranic verses from the Quran for protection or for love or for money or for anything, you will find legitimate results. Okay, and then you can use these if you, in your English language or in any other language that you speak. You will find it translated. You will find an English one and an Arabic one for sure. I don't know about other languages, but I'm sure that there's an English and Arabic version of the Quran. There's an English translation of it. Okay, so you can search that and you will find it. Okay, so it is a magnificent tree. It is one of the 22 sacred trees of something called the Celtic Ogam or Ogam, which is a tree alphabet. Okay, and it's always representing, beauty and new beginnings. It also represents the letter B. So if your name has a B in it, that it will be a very good tree for you. Okay, or it starts with B, okay, or ends with B. And it's incredible. It's incredible. It gels well with Taurus and Libra, but it also represents specifically Venus in the sign of Sagittarius, which is for people who are knowledgeable about this. This is a very protective energy, and it's also an energy of powerful and forthcoming love. Okay, it really does keep evil away, and especially when you combine it with the holy books and you place the energy of God in it. I hope this video has helped you guys. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe whenever you get a moment. I love you guys so much. You're all welcome here. And please don't hesitate to comment if you have any comments, experiences with this tree, or if you have any questions. If you want anything, a reading from me, or anything for me to do any prayers for you or to do any spiritual work for you, contact me, QuranicVerses6@gmail.com, and I will book you in and will cater to you. I love you guys so much. I will see you guys in your next video. Take care. May God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, give you health, wealth, love, and happiness. And may He protect you from all evil eyes and all harm with His most high name. Amen. Thank you guys so much. See you guys soon.